West Baltimore police have given prosecutors their findings in the case of Freddie Gray, the black suspect who died after his arrest. But many people say the report actually raises more questions. And it's been another evening of protest in Baltimore. CCTV's Roee Ruttenberg is in Baltimore. Roee, how likely are charges now that prosecutors have this report?
Well, it all depends on what's in that report, and it's not meant to be made public. It was delivered to the prosecutors a day before the deadline, and now, of course, it is in the hands of the Baltimore state prosecutor, who will supplement that information with their own investigation that they are doing. The 35-year-old African-American female Baltimore state prosecutor now has the daunting task of deciding, based on that information, if to charge the 6 police officers. No doubt that report includes some of the testimony from 5 of the officers. She undoubtedly is facing pressure from the black community, from protesters as well. We heard from the Maryland governor, who visited the site of some of the biggest violence in recent days, saying that some of the concerns by the protesters were justified. Let's have a listen.
There's a lot of people that have legitimate frustrations, are peacefully protesting, and we want to protect those protesters and their right to express their feelings. But we're concerned about their safety, because there are other people that just want to cause trouble.
And the protesters will want to see some sort of justice, and for many that means prosecution to the full extent of the law.
Roy, we're also hearing the police who arrested Freddie Gray made another stop that night that wasn't initially disclosed. How damning is that revelation?
Indeed, and that's part of the problem here. People say police cannot investigate themselves, and they aren't being transparent in this whole thing. There are reports of 3 stops now, an apparent 4th stop was made, and it's unclear why that stop was made or what happened during that stop, if perhaps that was when Freddie Gray may have sustained his injuries, which led to his death, of course. More complaints coming out about that procedure of his detention, his journey to the police station. We heard from the lawyer representing the family of Freddie Gray saying that they need more information from that drive. Let's have a listen to what he had to say.
What we have been asking for from the beginning are the radio runs that are recorded during these stops. Whenever a police officer makes a stop, they are supposed to radio it in.
And that is absolutely vital. That's what we're hearing from the protesters here. We know there are also additional protests around the country on Thursday, some in the city of Philadelphia, around 1 hour driving distance from Baltimore. Many people saying in both places that they want to see more answers, and they'd like to see this investigation opened up. They say the police report is a first step, but it has offered as many questions as it has provided answers. Asiye?
Roee Ruttenberg live in Baltimore.